Hi, Filter here. You know, I thought my previous video said it all, but then I began to do a little bit more research just to take a look at a few things. And then I saw the Candace Owen, um, Zoe Quinn thing on the Rubin Report. And I realized right off the bat, you know, I gotta say this. Zoe Quinn knows nothing of comic books. She knows nothing about comic books. I guarantee you, if you sat her down and said, "Hey, what's your favorite vertical title?" She'll probably name off something. I don't think she could name it. If you look at her bio, there's nothing about her into comic books. I've said it once. I said it again. She's a bully, a liar. Oh, I'm sorry, an embellisher of the truth. No, to hell with it. She's a liar and a BS artist. That's what she is. She was that when this whole Gamergate stuff began. You know, ironically, if she would have said nothing, she would have spared herself a whole heap of trouble. But this is a woman who cannot keep her mouth shut. She has not learned the lesson of Gamergate. And the fact that she's going to be working for DC, and you know what? If she, I can tell you right now, if her story actually sells, I'll be amazed. I'll give her one thing: she can come up with a pretty good story. But when you think about it, her entire story is basically a feminist version of the Matrix. That's all it is. Let's call it for what it is. It's a feminist version of the Matrix. And I'm going to say this: if you look at me, Zoe Quinn, if you see this video, I am not a white male misogynist and all that other garbage that you love to put in there. That's your go to answer for you and your friends. But I can tell you one thing: I do know you. I've seen people like you growing up. I've seen people like you in my professional life, and I've seen people like you just out there on the street. You and your friend, uh, Anita Sarkeesian, you're no different than that one woman, Lori Penny. And Lori Penny is you, Lori Penny, Anita Sarkeesian. You're all caught from the same cloth. You came from these affluent little areas. Your mommies and daddies took care of you, but you didn't get the right skills and to make your own stuff. So you decided to play victim, and playing victim pays money. And when I say you're like Lori Penny, you want money. Just just look up the Richard Starkey of these, yeah, Starkey Penny debate, where Starkey basically tears her a new one for being greedy. And that's what Zoe Quinn is: greedy, a greedy bully. You do not care about comic books. And I guarantee you, when you're late on maybe the second issue, you're going to get a huge wake up call when DC says, no, your services are not required. You keep coming in late. And you're not going to try to give them that suing thing, because I guarantee you they're going to have a contract on your ass making sure that, not a contract like a kill contract, but you're going to have to sign a contract saying that you have to deliver. I'm pretty sure there are people at DC Vertigo who know who you are. And they know that with your lazy behind, it's not going to go terribly far. With all this garbage that you've been doing, and yeah, I can understand why diversity in comics. He's mad. He gets madder and madder thinking about it, and I'm getting more upset thinking about it, because you have no place in comics. You had no place in video games, but you weaseled your way into it, and now that well is dried up in video games, now you're going to try comic books. You have no skill. And could you imagine? I want you, if any ladies are out there, I want you all to think. Imagine, you probably are a writer. You've probably read comics as a kid, and you've written, you've maybe created your own character. You've written about your own character. You created them. And you probably took some courses in writing. You paid attention throughout high school, junior high school, about writing courses. You maybe took those night courses, only to be passed up by this woman. Just let that sink in. You get passed up by this woman? I mean, the fact of the matter is that they're trying to turn comic books a thing predominantly a hobby by males. You can't really change that. It's a male hobby. Do you know how hard it is? I remember growing up, you know how hard it was to try to convince a girl to read a comic book? Even to this day, it's... You go to any local comic book shop, there aren't 50 women and 20 guys at the shop. It's 70% guys. No, actually, it's 90% guys. You're not going to find it, that weird balance. So you can't turn something that women aren't interested in into something they got to be interested in. Because then, you know what? Guys are going to say, well, this is useless. We used to have comics heavy on action. Now they're heavy on social justice and activism. Activism? I just thought I'd get that off my chest. I really honestly can't believe that DC's gone this far. I can't believe that this woman is doing this. And actually, there is no hope. I can tell you right now. There's no hope for comics now. There is none. The hobby has been invaded by these people, and we're just going to have to deal with it. We're just going to have to ride out the storm until people are just going to tell them, you know what, SJW bullshit is not necessary. Well, like I said, I just thought I'd get that off my chest. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment below. Until then, I'm Filter, and y'all take care now.